PowerTalk Productions presents Dr. B, the ultimate legacy builder. PowerTalk is a movement, not just a show. Join us to explore life's challenges, share success stories, and uncover profit secrets from top experts and innovators. Get inspired, gain confidence, and elevate your business and life. Dare to be you and step into your greatness with PowerTalk. Thanks for connecting with Dr. B. Let's create a lasting legacy together.
Con ustedes, Dr. B.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy to be here today. Every Friday at 5 p.m. Central, we are here on Radio Metroplex, which is PowerTalk radio show in Facturando Tu Historia. This is the place where we tell stories. We talk about little struggles that we've had in life. I invite experts around the world to come either online or to come and sit here with me so that we can share our story and tell you what our struggles are and then how did we overcome them. And not only that, but what led us to what we're doing today. So if you're watching and right now, or if you're joining us any Friday, make sure you join us. We speak Spanglish on this show. Sometimes we'll have guests that speak English. Sometimes we have guests that speak Spanish. And sometimes we have guests that will speak both languages. And that's the fun part. So we want you to connect with us every Friday. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what's going to be happening on November 11th. November 11th, we have our very, very first Alive and Beautiful runway and festival, which is Glamour Beyond Cancer. It is to raise funds for children or women that have some type of cancer, and we're supporting them in this event. So we're inviting you to join us November 11th at it's going to start at 7 p.m. Central to 1 o'clock. So I'm going to tell you some more. So stay tuned because we have amazing guests here. Yay! We have Elisa and Sebastian.
Hi.
Thank you. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
And our show is always about sharing our story. It's about telling our story like people go through chaos, some type of struggle. And a lot of times they see people that are successful and they think, God, like I can never be like that person, right? I cannot reach that stage. Or simply they're just struggling and not knowing how to get out. So in this show, we tell stories to inspire, motivate, and help people step into the courage to step into whatever they desire, no matter what is happening in your life. So I'm glad you said yes. And I'm going to let you tell your story, any story that you want to share that you're willing to tell our audience. We have people on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, on Google Play, and then on our radio Metroplex. So.
Okay, thank you. You can start.
Start? Okay.
The longest story.
Yeah, well, this is always a good question about how to step out from the shadow, from the fear, and all these negative, usually come from a family told that no, you cannot do this. You need to have a different path. They won't tell you what to do, and I think both of our path is actually the same in this scenario, because every parent says no, you cannot live from teaching and dancing, mainly from dancing in the beginning, right? So you have to find a good job, you be a lawyer, be a doctor, whatsoever. And then or you listen to them or not.
Exactly.
And just take a big leap and step into the world that everyone is fear of. And definitely it's a journey. It's a journey because it's in the beginning very uncertain.
Exactly. So were your parents telling you to be a doctor, a nurse, and not a dancer at one point, or what is it that they were
But
telling
technically
you?
anything else.
Everything else but a dancer.
Yes, be a cashier, just not a dancer. Yes, because I was already dancing. I started dancing when I was 8.
Oh, wow.
I was already performing, competing, traveling around. Barely see my family already when I was 17. I actually started from 18. I didn't see my family on the weekends because I was traveling around the country. I'm from Hungary originally.
Okay.
So it was easy to travel around Europe, right? So my mom was going, okay, so we are ready with the whole family for the Sunday lunch. Are you coming home? What time are you arriving? I'm in Germany right now, so I don't think I can make it. So they were happy for me, but they didn't see it as a career. So when the family was about to split, when I was 18, so that was a big question. Now I was the youngest by that time. What you going to do? Because everyone already had their own path. They were all elder, and I was there. I don't know. Like seriously, I have no idea. And then yes, I was living with my brother after that, and I was just trying out. I knew what I like to do. I like dancing, and I like movies. Actually, I really like. I'm super fan of movies. So my side hustle was being an extra, stand double, or body double. So I had a good living by that from that one too. So that because dancing is slowly, and in dancing, what dancing? Yes, you cannot just be dancer. That's not working like that. You have to find exactly where you want to go. But I met a mentor around 18, 19 years old. And then he told me that, yeah, teaching is good. If you have a good skill of teaching, I kind of already knew it from school because I was always helping out the whole class when they had questions, but I never thought of it to be a teacher. So it just become that I'm a teacher. So it just happened
You're a
to be how to say
teacher?
yeah, I happen to be a teacher. And it just I went with the flow. I started liking it. Very exciting, helping out people. And I was still just 19 years old, and I was already teaching university. So that was a big thing. Like, oh, wait a minute, my first payment. That's a small amount, but it's still it's like, wow, okay, it's actually happening. So that motivated to okay, I need to learn more. But I was still just ahead of my computer career. So I was still training hardcore, traveling for camps, learning from world champions, and just improving my own skills. But besides this, I started teaching quite early, even before, or very first I started teaching was when I was around 14 years old. So I was already teaching by the time, but not like full time. And when I turned 20, 21, I became full timer because we had our own studio, a nice little circle with a pro-am, professional amateur dancing together. And that opened the door for me. And after that, it's like a big boom. Not only just a little full time, but like full time. I was scheduled from 5 a.m. until 11 p.m. All day, like 15 hours a day. So that was a big thing, big change. And then my family and friends realized, oh, actually teaching is a career. So long story short, that's how my career developed. But it started quite early, so it wasn't really a decision for me, but a nice turnout. That is naturally I was gifted at helping people. That turned out to be a career for me, an opportunity for me.
Now, did somebody believe in your dream? Somebody that helped you support your dream, or was it your dream strong enough to kind of push you towards it?
The mentor I told you I met, because by the time in Hungary it wasn't that common just to be a teacher. Only very few people could do it. Even my mentor is half vet and half teacher.
Okay.
So he had his own business, very successful, but still he was doing both. And I was one of the person in Hungary that actually just by teaching without family support, because it's very common in ballroom, and if you don't know, that all these successful teachers actually have a huge support from the family. So they are not necessarily have to teach because they have the support.
Yeah.
But they don't have to teach, and they are there. They are spending thousands of dollars, right? So I was one of the people that I actually hold my own and created my own circle, and created all the establishment in Hungary. So that was hard work, serious hard work, but definitely the help, because someone had to show, because he was coming to the States quite often. So he knew the structure, how they think of students in a different way, but it's hard for beginners to feel comfortable and confident, to not be afraid of dancing. Sometimes it's very scary, right? Like, oh no, I'm moving my body, I don't know what I'm doing. So he came back to Hungary and he taught me all these methodology structures, and we started to create our own syllabus, our own way of teaching. So it's both my own hard work, that I like teaching, I like just giving information, just be there. You're having fun, great, I'm having fun too. Plus my mentor helped a lot. Like every day we were discussing how to teach, what to say, what to do, what's next, what's the future. So it's necessary to have a mentor, I believe.
Yeah, I think
It
it's
helps.
important,
It
right?
definitely helps. You
Sometimes
can do it
you
without.
don't have it.
Yeah, you
It
can
helps.
do it.
Yeah.
But it's a long way.
I
It's
think
very
so.
long. You have to go through all the little bumps, obstacles. Mentor may
It's like a shortcut, no?
shortcut. He or she won't make it disappear, but giving the tools how to go over those obstacles easier. So that's a different thing. Not avoiding them, just having to go over.
Right. Yeah.
More here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So perfect. So those of you that are watching today, every Friday at 5 p.m. Central, we're here live. And today I have amazing experts, and they're dancers. Not only dancers, I think that dancing really helps the soul, right? And it helps us, like, I've had other dancers come here, and everybody says the same thing. It's like therapy, you know, it helps the soul, it helps you snap out of stress and just release the mind, right? And then being able to dance. So if you're watching every Friday at 5 p.m. Central, we're here in Radio Metroplex, PowerTalk radio show, Facturando tu Historia. That means taking your story and really profiting from your story. So I encourage you to connect with us here in Radio Metroplex. We're in Arlington, Texas, the capital of sports, events, and entertainment. So thank you for connecting with us. So now you tell us your story.
Yeah. Like, do I have to look here?
You could look there, back and forth.
Okay. Well, in my case, of course, I think like everyone else, you know, you don't think you're going to be a dance teacher, right? Because it's uncertain. It can be uncertain at some point. I was not looking for it, not planning at all. I was trying to go to school to do business because that's what I really enjoy. But dancing came on the way, you know, and I joined like a dance team. I liked it so much, and I started taking classes. And at some point, you know, the opportunity of teaching was there, and that's when I started teaching. But I was not looking for it, and I believe like not dancing, but any passion that you have in life, if you are really truly passionate for anything, you can be successful Like that's what I believe, So it doesn't matter if you have any type of skills and you're really, really good and your passion goes like 100% for it, like don't hesitate to it, because sometimes you don't need a career yet, or something that makes you happy. That's the most important at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things, because I was an educator for more than 30 years in one of the biggest districts here in Fort Worth. And one of the missing links was entrepreneurship, and I think that dancing, it falls under the entrepreneurship area where you're building your business, you're building an educational system for dancing, and then getting training and teaching other students on how to tap into their passion, right? And I think that is huge. That's a huge piece.
I feel like, well, now we've been doing it for a long time, and we know so many different people, right, from everywhere. And it's like you can see how dance can change your life in a good way, right? Because like from work, sometimes it's like a stressful day, and then when you come to the studio, it's like such a different world, Or having just a nice dance can change the whole. If you had a bad day, it changed your day. So it's just magic.
Where are you from?
I'm from Peru.
Peru. Okay. Beautiful. I was in Peru. I went to Machu Picchu, but I went hiking for 5 days.
Nice.
It was like the most beautiful scenery I ever saw, and it was gorgeous, but I don't know that I'll do it again because we were like in the wilderness and nothing. And I would tell the guy, can you send a helicopter for me? Because it was so hard going up the mountain,
Yeah, the stuff.
It was hard, but I succeeded, and I love Peru. So I saw you were in Spain.
Yes.
Tell us about your Spain
journey. We went to train. It was it's a 1 year. This training, they do it once a year, and it's a really high level training. So we took the opportunity. We love it so much. The level over there is so high, so high. So we enjoy it. We are so inspired from this particular weekend, and we're back and with so many new things that we want to provide.
The 5 days. It's not just a weekend. Usually festivals, it's Monday through Saturday, but the class is until Friday, and people come all around the whole world. So who you meet there are similar minds. They want to train. They might be already artists, but we are still taking the same class together, absorb all the information that we can do, we can get, and just enhance it to be better and better.
That's wonderful. And how old were you when you started?
When I started dancing, I was around 25. And now it's like, how old am I? Like 25. I look like 25.
Right? Yeah, we don't want to share. Hola, Diamantina. Thank you for watching. And anybody who's watching that I don't see your messages, if you're on YouTube or any other station, we want to thank you for being here. We have two amazing guests. Sebastian, say your last name.
Fonyó.
And Elisa Cano. So they are from DanceEd Academy.
Yes.
Which means Dallas Can Dance.
Dallas Can Dance. Okay. So if you're interested, like, where can they find you and connect with you?
We are located in Carrollton. I don't know if I need to do the address, so you can just place it in there. Carrollton.
Yeah. What we'll do later is we'll put their link there, and then that way you can connect with them.
And social media, and then website, of course.
And the website and their social media. And then I know you always invite guests, like special guests to your center.
We like to train. We believe like there is always room for improvement, so that we are very grounded on that. So it's not that we already learned what we have, and that's it. We also feel like our students are improving. So that help us, that push us to keep like growing more and more, to give them more for them. So that's why we believe on training. That's why we always bring people. Like so monthly, lately this year, monthly.
Even sometimes twice a month.
Yeah.
So now we need a little break.
Yeah,
Rest of the year, we still have more. Still have
Yeah.
more coming, but now we have to say we need break, and then next year back to business.
Back to business. Yes, yes. And I mean, I know that when you had, I think, Jorge, I went there. I've been to your center several times. It's just very far for me. It's like, I think, an hour away.
Yes.
But I still make it a point to go.
It's short time and go to Europe.
Yeah, it's shorter, right?
1 hour
It
is short compared
It
to go to Europe.
is. It is. And then you also have a Soto and Victoria restaurant, right? Is that what you
Yes.
do?
Well,
Yes,
we have
yes.
socials in the school.
In the
school twice a month.
Okay.
We have every first Friday, we focus only on bachata music. It's 100% bachata. And every third Saturday, we do salsa and bachata.
And then every last Wednesday, so it's a more smaller, right? Because it's not a weekend, but our studio are open for bachata lovers.
Oh.
Yes, so last Wednesday of the month, we always have a social after classes. So we have the radio classes, we have the phone warm up, and then just dance.
So you need to connect with them because it is so much fun. And with us, we have Eliezer Hernandez. Hola, Eli. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
How are you, Eli?
Great. How are you?
I am doing great. I am so delighted that you said yes to this interview. Eli, tell us where you're from.
I am originally born in Puerto Rico, raised in the Dominican Republic, and the South Bronx, New York City.
Awesome. Okay. Now, Eli, did I meet you in Vegas at the Education 2.0?
No.
Or Donna introduced us?
With Donna, yes.
Donna, we're going to send you hugs, Donna, and saying hi all the way to New York City. We love you, Donna, and thank you for introducing me to Eli. Eli, before we go on, I'm just going to say a little bit of what we're doing here. This is Dr. B. I'm Dr. B on Radio Metroplex, which is PowerTalk radio show every Friday at 5 p.m. Central. We tell stories. I bring experts from all over the world to tell you their story, to tell you how they started, when they started, so that we can inspire you and motivate you to gain the courage to step into the best version of you. Whatever you want to accomplish, we're here to tell you that you can do it. And
absolutely.
Right, Eli. And then Eli is into the educational setting, and your message was, what was the message that we were going to be focusing on, Eli?
We're going to be talking about leading with moral courage.
Moral courage, like, wow. You know, that is a lot. So tell us a little bit deeper into that topic.
So it's really simple. So as a school leader or dance instructors, leaders in every aspect that we're at, we have to lead with moral courage. We know what's right from wrong, and so we must do what's right. When it comes to education, it's a little bit difficult, right? Because we have so many systems in place that we have to constantly play school. And it becomes a little difficult if you don't stand up for what is right. And what is right is making sure that the children have what they need, that the parents have what they need, and they are leaving a better person, right? So whatever we do, whatever digital footprint we have, right? We want to make sure that we leave this world a better place. That's our goal. Both of you were just talking about what you do, and with your dancing, you inspire people, and they walk away excited and happy to do great things. Dr. B, you're phenomenal. You do a lot of great things, right? And so when people watch and people walk away, they're inspired. We have to lead with moral courage. Sometimes we lead the right way and the wrong way. So I want to challenge everyone to become that better leader, to lead with moral courage.
I love it. I love it. And you know what? For those of you that are watching, Eli is part of a movement that Donna Valles and I have created, and it's called Et Matadores. And what it means is that we are creating and connecting with educational leaders around the world so that we could really create a change in the educational system. we believe that there's broken systems that have been implemented year after year after year, and change needs to happen. And these leaders like Eli that have joined this movement are really, they're writing a chapter in the Ed Matador book, which is going to be coming out in December. We're publishing that, no, in November. And then we're going to meet in New York to launch the book in December. So for those of you that are watching, like, really connect with Eli and connect with this Ed Matador movement, because we really want to make a difference and impact our children, because they are the future of tomorrow. So we have to be able to teach them and really connect to their interests and their passions, right, Eli? And I think that moral piece is like doing the right thing for our kids. It's really important.
Yeah, and it's difficult. You know, like you said, when we have systems, ¿verdad? We have systems that continue to, you know, we have to follow this rule, we have to follow that rule. And unfortunately, right, if you just are a good principal and follow that, or a good leader and follow that, sometimes it doesn't help our children. You have to, and I think the pandemic showed, right? This pandemic proved that we can do anything. We had to do stuff. We just couldn't do the norm. We had to break from that, and we all figured it out. Many of us did anyway, right? And so that's the same thing with education. I just want to tell you a quick story, right?
Sure, tell us your story.
We all grew up, and every single one of us played teacher and student at home, right? We went to elementary school. We went to middle school, high school, some college, some went to master's degree, doctorate degrees, and then they came back to become a teacher. And guess what they were doing? Playing teacher, playing student. It's the same cycle. We have been following the same cycle. And how do we change that? Right? How do we change that? I was a principal of an elementary school, bilingual school. I built it from scratch. But there were so many issues, so many things that were hindering. And we had to stand up and do the best thing for what was for our children. And we worked hard. And it wasn't always easy, but we led with courage and we did what we needed to do. And our kids are better for that. And so I say that because it's the system, right? And so we have to change the way we are educated, the way we teach, the way we support. You know, when I was in New York City, I experienced a lot of things. I was a Spanish speaker. I didn't speak English. I could tell you about Miss Padilla, who taught me, you know, how to speak in English. And when I went, and I was so excited that I made it to several colleges. And I went to my English teacher and I said, look at the colleges that I got accepted to. Look where I want to go to. And he said, I think you're better off going to this school, because that school is too difficult for you. We can all say, ouch. We all have those experiences. We all have those experiences. But guess what? We also have the great experiences, right? Of those teachers that inspire you. My teachers that inspired me was Miss Padilla, was Shirley Bloom, Joseph Salagy, who were my music teachers. Oh, music was my world, right? Through music, right? I made it out of New York City, right? When I had my bachelor's, my master's, becoming an educator, doing the best that we can for all of our kids. And that's the work that we have to do. And you have to be brave, and it's trial and error, but we can all do it. I believe we can.
Absolutely. You know, one of the things is I had a teacher when I was young. We were growing up and raised in Chicago, and we came from a Spanish speaking home, no English, went to a monolingual classroom where I had no idea what they were saying. So I was completely lost, but they would pull maybe 6 of us that only spoke Spanish, pull us from the classroom, and then all we did was puzzles and tracing our names, you know? So I feel that I fell behind so many years because of the way that we were being taught. We weren't being challenged. And then I think I went into education. I got my superintendent, my principalship, and my doctorates and everything, because I wanted to learn the learning theories, understand behaviorism and everything, so that I could really impact and make a difference in children's lives. And then here we are now with this movement that we've created. And at the same time, even you guys, I mean, you're teaching, and education in any field is a challenge, right?
Mhm.
But it's how you teach and the passion that you have when you're teaching that really makes a difference in children's lives.
Absolutely.
Or
And
people's lives, period.
right, and it's in people's life in whatever career we are. So we're talking. I specifically speak from the lens of being a leader, an educational leader, right? A community leader, right? But it's when I talk about leadership, I'm talking about all leaders, right? If you are influencing someone else, you are that leader, right? If you're in front of someone, if you're supposed to be leading someone, you have a choice. You have a choice in hindering them or in lifting them up, in making them feel the best that they can be so that they can reach what they can reach. And so that's the work that we have to do. I'll share a saying from one of my mentor, John Maxwell. He says, everything worthwhile is uphill.
I love it. Yeah.
Our problem is we have uphill hopes, but downhill habits. So it is our habits, ¿verdad? It is the way we behave. So look at what I say, not what I do. That's the problem, right? So I must act the part. I must always have that habit to do what's right. And so to be consistent in the work that we do. And I think that, for example, both of you, cuando van bachata, merengue, every day you're practicing, you're studying, you're working, right? New moves, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo se hace? And so when you do that, right, it's so important because you're going to teach someone and you're going to teach them the best that you can. And you're happy when you do that. And they're happy to learn from you. And so that's the work that we have to do. This isn't easy. It isn't easy. No one said it is. But it's great work. And I believe that all of us can do it, but we just need to inspire each other. Iron sharpens iron, right? Mm-hmm. So we need to work with each other. That's so important. But I believe we can. I believe we can.
Absolutely. I think that as long as you have passion, because, you know, I just recently learned how to dance bachata and salsa. Like it's on not even a year. It was last October that I started dancing. And then I just went from zero to being on a dancing team. Wow. Making all the mistakes you can think of. Acting like a fool sometimes when they're raising their hand, my hand was down, when their hand was up, you know. But it's daring to step into whatever you want to do, right? What do you think? Like doing it, just doing it.
Yeah, very simple. Why not?
Why not?
Why would you say no to something that you would like to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like there is nothing against it. Exactly. There is no judgment. Everyone was a beginner. Mm-hmm. So if we always say, if we could make it, then everyone can. Mm-hmm. Like when I was a kid, I was told by my brothers, and the teacher is like, it's okay if you stay behind. If you don't want to come to this dance class, it's okay. You don't have too much talent anyway. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, now that was it. And I was the youngest, so half a year in the dancing. Mm-hmm. 2 years later, I learned all the choreographies the whole studio had, the most, then they can do perform. And that's when I said, thank you very much. Now I step out and I keep going. And that can give me motivation. Like, no, I will stop when I want to.
Exactly, because they push you to become that, you know, leading yourself, stepping into the leadership of taking the role that you want to be in. You know, the other thing I just want to mention, because we're into dancing and education and the whole thing, mixing it together. When I started taking the team with Kate, she's had a serious talk with me because everybody was turning and I was doing something else. Like I was completely out of rhythm. And you can ask Kate. And she had a serious talk and said, you know what? I don't think you're going to perform. But I had already decided I wasn't going to perform. But then when she told me that I wasn't going to perform because I wasn't ready, I added more hours to my practice. And I was like, no, I can say I'm not going to do it, but nobody else is going to tell me I can't do it.
Exactly.
And then I performed. I ended up performing because it was the extra steps that I always tell my kids, and I tell everybody, it's like extra steps to success. You know, if you have to take 20 extra steps, then do it. But take the steps necessary to get where you are. And for those of you that are listening, if you feel that you're stuck in a certain place and you want to accomplish something and you're struggling and you feel like, I can't do this, but you really have the passion and you want to do it, then we're here to encourage you to take that step and just do it, right?
Yeah.
You also say that, but have you tried it? Some people just say that I cannot do it, but have you tried it?
I love that question.
Exactly.
Try first, and then you can experience it, and then you can choose which one fits you most, and then you can decide from your honest heart that, yeah, maybe that is really not for me, or maybe you don't know yet, and then you try it and you fall in love with it, and then you do it the rest of your life. How many times people come into the studio, oh, I want to dance tango, because Hollywood movies, right? They always do tango. Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Right.
tango. Brad Pitt, tango. I want tango. Okay, sure, let's try tango. And I see on their faces like, I don't know, this feels weird. And then, of course, smooth out. What about a little waltz? Cha-cha-cha, salsa. And that's it.
That's it. They fall in love.
And that's what they fall in love, because they tried it. So they had the courage to try, at least, right? But it's not quite what they wanted from their feelings. But they tried, they experienced it. Okay, a little bit this, and then they have a whole platform to choose from. But if they never step into the studio, they live the rest of their life like, what if? And that's what we cannot allow.
Exactly.
But it's come from inside. I cannot tell someone, hey, you have to try. No, you have to have the desire and the courage to step it out. We can help you as a teacher, and we are here to help anyone. Yes. But yes, it's a tough choice to make, but nothing to lose.
Yeah, we have nothing to lose. And the other thing, Eli, that I think even for teachers or even for any student, period, sometimes they don't know what they don't know. They don't know that they have a certain interest, like you said. They don't know that they can accomplish something. Because I thought for so many years, I thought I had like a learning disability because I couldn't learn, but it was language. Language was my barrier to learning. And I think a lot of times is being able to discover techniques, strategy to really be able to accomplish whatever you want to learn.
You know, I'll tell you this quick story. So there was this kid out of New York City that became a teacher, and in New York City, New York State, you have to pass some state assessments, right? And so he was able to pass the ACT, the Spanish language test, but then he had this test that they called, ready? The Liberal Arts and Science test. It was literally called LAST. It was the last test he needed to pass. He had a job, 3 years. They gave him 3 years to pass, right? And he kept taking the test. He needed a 220, and he kept getting 215, 218, 219. He went down to New York City, took a Kaplan course, right? In that course, there was nothing but Spanish-speaking folks, people from Jamaica. It was totally ENL students. Right? He came back excited, took the test, 219. He took it 17 times. He finally listened to his wife, right? And he went and realized that he just needed more time, right? Because he was a second language speaker, right? He had 2 languages. He's trying to figure out what is what in the Spanish language while taking a timed test. When he had no other choice, the last time before he lost his job, he actually passed the test by over 25 points.
Yay.
All he needed was time, right? And so this is the kid that people were saying, you know, just give up, just go to this play school. Go to this school is much easier, right? But now this kid stands in front of you, right? Telling you the story.
Right.
the story of perseverance and persistence. And that's what we need to do. So I'm just going to leave 2 questions for us to think about, right? For you, for me, all of us, right? So what are you doing to develop yourself? Every day, what are we doing? How do we get better ourselves? Because this fight, this work has nothing to do with anyone else. It has to do with you, right? What am I going to do today so that I can be better, right? Because you cannot give what you don't have, right? We can't do that. And then the other part, which I think is the most powerful, where we come in is, right? So great leaders, right? Great leaders must create great leaders, ¿verdad? And so the last question is, what are you doing to develop others? Right? We talked about the iron sharpens iron, right? When I talk to Donna, I'll call Donna and say, Donna, what do you think of this? She'll be like, Eli, what do you think of this? We're growing, right? When I have an idea, something that we can do, like you, Dr. B, and Donna coming together, bringing a powerhouse of people, right? To tell a story, right? To tell their story, to tell how can we improve, right? Every single one of us. It's just exciting, right? If you are hungry to be the best that you can be, then you'll do it, right? And so, this is the work we have to do internally, right? So that then we can be able to help other folks.
Yes, I love it. And then I have 2 thoughts to add to that. In neuro-linguistic programming, there's a presupposition that says failure is only feedback. So when you fail, just take the feedback in and figure out, okay, how can I change things? What do I need to do different? And keep doing it, because if we're afraid to fail, then we're never going to do what we really want to achieve in life and have the experience, right? Being able to explore. The other thought is John Maxwell says, sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. There's no such thing as failure. So take that step and just go for it. For those of you that are watching, we really want to encourage you to step into who you want to become. And we're always refining who we are. I don't think we're ever as Dr. B or Sebastian or Elisa. It's like we're always refining, right? Or Eli, I think. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you learn every day, It's like until now, it's like sometimes just little things, So I think it's all about attitude. So yeah, it will change a lot, Sometimes we get stressed for anything. It's your attitude can change the whole thing.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, your attitude. So we really have to kind of monitor that. Character and attitude is everything. Yeah. So Eli, where can people find you?
So you can find me online. You can. I'm on Facebook. I am on Instagram. I work out of Syracuse, New York. I think if you type in Dr. Eliezer Hernandez, you'll find me. If you say Auburn, New York, you'll probably see this beautiful face out there, and you can reach out to me. You can also, if you look at my name, Eliezer Hernandez, edd@gmail.com. You can always reach, again, through Facebook. If you want to talk, if you want to get a little inspiration, if you want to vent and say, hey, how do I do this? Give me a call. I'm here to help us all, right? And so by me helping you, you helping me, right? Because I enjoy being the best that I can be to help others. And it's not always easy, but we can do it. And so I'm looking forward to connecting with both of you at some point. A mí me gusta bailar mucho, even though that doesn't stop me. Voy a bailar con el cane también.
Con el cane, he dances.
It's just good to be able to talk to folks and know that, right? You are not alone. Whatever struggles, everything, I can't, all of that, you're not alone. Every single one of us goes through it. And so let's pick up the phone, let's talk to each other, let's say, hey, how do we do this? And we'll get to that promised land. We will.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much. And for those of you that are watching, I am Dr. B on Radio Metroplex Power Talk radio show. We are here every Friday at 5 p.m. Central. And I want to invite you to an event that we're going to be having here in Louisville, Texas. And it's a fashion show runway festival for women that have cancer and children that have cancer. We're raising funds. That's our big event that we're going to be having this year. And we also do like a toy drive and everything during that time. So connect with us, come. We're going to have some dancing there too, in addition to the fashion show and the festival. Also, Dr. Eli, we're going to be seeing you in New York, hopefully. And if you can join us in March, I'm going to have the authors, the Global Authors Icon Award ceremony here. And it's the red carpet for all the authors that have joined me throughout the years. They come and we celebrate and we give awards and everything. So hopefully I can see you here in March.
I'm looking forward to being there. With God's grace, te veo allá.
Gracias. Y un abrazo.
Igual.
Okay. Nos vemos, Eli.
God bless you. Adios.
Thank you. Adios. Thank you. So thank you for coming up. Tell us, where can people find you? Tell them again. Where can they connect? Any hashtags or any, what do you call it? Instagram,
Yes,
social media.
tags.
Yeah.
social media, DanceEd Academy. If they start typing DanceEd, it's gonna come out usually, so they can find us. And the website, DanceEd Academy, because we feel academy, we try to search for different styles, different instructors, we adapt different. So even if you not just want to learn bachata, you can find different styles here, or any styles you want to try it out, because trying out is the main thing, right? Then just feel free, come through, and just let's learn. Let's improve together.
Yes. Is there anything that you feel that the audience needs to know about any events that are coming up? Anything that you would like them to know?
We have so many things. So many things. I feel the best way for anyone who wants to learn, especially if it's from us, like checking our social media is the best right
It's
now.
the fastest and
The fastest
easiest way to reach out and get the news.
Yes.
Okay. And then you said you have socials twice a month?
We have socials twice a month, every first Friday and every third Saturday. Yes.
So you need to join them because it is so much fun. And it is, for those of you that are closer to the Dallas area, it is so much fun to connect with them. They're amazing dancers. I've watched them. I've gotten to dance with him and step on his feet too. And it's been really, really fun. I know that people out there will be looking. Okay, so what I do want to say now, we have a dear friend. Her name is Edna, and she's from Laredo. And she's an amazing, amazing friend. We're going to have a birthday party for her tomorrow. But I want to tell you, Edna, that I love you. And I really want to tell you happy birthday. So if you're listening, we're going to put this happy birthday song for you because you are special. And I love you always, Edna. Thank you. We're going to be in Laredo. She's going to be 91.
Wow.
So it's a big number. So Edna, I'm going to see you tomorrow in your party. We're making her a big party to celebrate her 91st birthday.
So young, it's time to dance.
Yes, she says. She sent me a text. She's like, if I would be young, I would be there dancing with you. But right, she can still dance. She can still dance. You're never too old, Edna, to dance. So, como quiera bailamos mañana. Anything else that you feel any message you want to share to people that's going to help them tap into dancing if that's something they've been wanting to do and they haven't dared to do it for whatever excuse they're making up in their life?
It's tough. There's so much we experience, and so much we try to give as advice or tips in life. Dance teaches us for life as well. Any dance, because the way we think, the way we dance, and as we improve our dancing, our personalities also becomes more balanced. Because in dancing, we try to go towards balancing, right? Balance everything. If you're too rushing, we have to slow down. If you're too slow, we have to speed up, just to have the nice balance, and that reflects our life. So that's when it becomes therapy. And then it's again scary because we use our body. We don't kick a ball, we don't throw a ball, we don't hit a bat, right? So that's why it's scary. But it helps our health, our mental health, and it just connects with people. So if you sit at home and watching Netflix all the time, then it's a perfect sign to get up and get with the body.
And you know what, I mean, I know that COVID really kind of hurt us, but it got people to kind of connect in different ways globally.
Yes.
And not only that, but encouraged a lot of people to get out of their couch, right? To really move their bodies. And I think that moving your body is really important. And then when I started learning how to dance, I realized there's parts of my body that I never really moved, right? Like my toes and being on my toes, and then they were hurting and cramps. But it's so much fun just to being able to discover who you are, and then being able to express it through dancing.
Yes. And it's a safe environment. Like, again, it's not about judging, like it's about just exploring, experimenting.
Yeah. So for those of you that are watching, we're encouraging you to connect with them. It's DCD, the DCD Academy, and you can find them on, there it is.
There you go.
Connect with them because they are phenomenal dancers. And if you don't want to go take a class or join a team, then join their social, because it is so much fun to go out there and connect with other people and being able to dance. I mean, I'm a publisher. I publish books internationally. And in fact, I'll be going to Hawaii next month to go launch a book. And I'm always, if I don't dance, I would be in my computer from morning to night. So getting out and dancing really helps me kind of move my body. And now I'm like in love with it. So I make it a point that at least Thursdays and Sundays, I go out and do my social dancing just to get out of my computer. But I will join you once in a while at your academy, because I've been there. It's far, but I will go. I will go. But anyways, what we want to do is, why don't we dance a little bit here so we can say goodbye? We challenge. And I'll dance a little bit with you, and then you two do your ending, and then we can conclude. How about that?
Yes, that's good.
I'm excited. Okay.
Do you want a particular song?
I didn't give you your water, did I? Here's your water.
Pero trabajar el cerebro un poquito también. No te explorando en el bien. Aquí me siento rehén, porque todo bien. Yo te desocupo mañana y si quieres yo espero a ella que venga también. Tiene nombre de persona buena. Claramente no es como suena. Tiene nombre de persona buena.
Una demostración de baile de bachata. Vamos a aplicar en la vida del Dr. B todos los viernes a las 5 de la tarde. Y aplausos.
Woo! Yay! We want to thank all of you for joining us every Friday at 5 p.m. Central. We invite guests like them, and we invite all entrepreneurs, global entrepreneurs, that come and join us either here live or online. And it's Radio Metroplex PowerTalk radio show, where we inspire, motivate, and encourage people to step into their greatness. Do whatever you want to do and live with passion, because you know what? When we live, it's like a short time. So you have to take advantage of life. So thank you, everybody. And thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love you.
Thanks for tuning in to PowerTalk Productions with Dr. B. We hope today's episode inspires you to elevate your business and life. Want more visibility and impact? Advertise your business on our show. We're also looking for guests to share their stories and expertise. For sponsorships or interviews, contact us directly. Let's shine together and make a lasting impact. Thanks for connecting with Dr. B, the ultimate legacy builder. Until next time, dare to be you. Step into your greatness and leave a lasting legacy.